Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm going to encourage Americans to visit South Korea, and this is what the video is about. Okay, as many of you guys know, due to the THAAD deployment, China has cut back on its visitors to South Korea, and a lot of times they're either highly discouraging or, in many cases as well, not allowing their people to visit South Korea anymore as tourists. And I believe Americans should go, and let me explain why. Okay, I lived there for 2 years, and yes, Americans go there militarily and invest, and they enjoy going there for those reasons, to help protect South Korea and also to help boost their economy. But you can go helping boost their economy and tourism, and it'll go over well. I firmly believe. Like, let me explain. Okay, there's this aquarium in Busan, South Korea, and Busan, South Korea, they have a area that's only open to foreigners. And what I mean by that is foreigners can go diving with the sharks. There's a shark tank there, and it's gray nurse sharks, and the general public can watch you dive with the sharks, and you have a diving instructor. When I was there, the diving instructor was from Canada, and you have a brief diving course, then you go down there, you follow them into the tank, and the gray nurse sharks look ferocious and fierce, but usually they're fairly harmless. And it was an excellent time, and I enjoyed doing it. And people who are seeking adventure would enjoy that part. And also, when I was there, the Busan Aquarium had a glass bottom boat ride. So if you don't want to dive with the sharks, you can go on the glass bottom boat ride, and that's actually open to Koreans and foreigners. And usually you have a Korean tour guide, but they usually speak some English as well. So if there's any problems with translation, usually they're available to help, and you can look at the sharks and the rest of the fish from the bottom, and it's actually pretty entertaining to do that. And then also when I was there was a simulator from the film Ice Age, and it was a simulator ride, and it was fairly entertaining and fairly amusing to do. And then Haeundae Beach offers two great things. It's a nice beach. It's not the nicest beach I've been to. I've been to several beaches, but it's a really nice beach. But then just across the street, there's several shopping centers and several restaurants. So you get a lot to do. And then at the same time, you have a beach. And then Paradise Hotel is a very nice hotel. The hotel is clean, state of the art, and the service is top notch. And all the staff there, they speak English, Korean, and Japanese. And they have an excellent spa, excellent massage place. I went and got massages there from some injuries that I had sustained from sports years back when I was in the United States, and the massage parlors there are top notch as well. And it's nothing sleazy or trashy about it. It's a very professional and very cordial massage parlor. And also, Busan has the UN Memorial Cemetery. As many of you guys know, seen my videos, the UN Memorial Cemetery is beautifully cultivated, particularly during the summer times. The plants are cultivated. The graves of the brave soldiers are very well maintained, and the waterfall runs. And you really feel a lot of times, I believe, you feel the spirits of the soldiers there. And I'm not the first person that said that. Recently, Congressman Charlie Rangel, former Congressman Charlie Rangel, his chief of staff, Hannah Y. Kim, she went to the UN Memorial Cemetery in Busan, and she said a lot of the similar things. And also that's the only designated UN cemetery in the world. And I have given tour guides there to my friends. It was voluntary tour guides. And the friends of mine that have been there loved it, and they don't regret their trips to go there. And I firmly believe you would not either. And then also there's a war memorial in Seoul. There's a war memorial in Seoul as well, and it commemorates the Korean War. That's its primary commemoration, but it also commemorates the wars in ancient Korea, the Imjin Wars and Admiral Lee Sun-shin, and that gives a very entertaining piece as well, and as well as historical knowledge. And they have a simulator of the Korean War where you're riding, where you listen to Douglas MacArthur, but then you're riding in an American plane offering ground support to the American soldiers. And that, to me, that's, very entertaining. It's a lot of interaction. It's what you would call virtual interaction. There's a lot of that goes on in that museum there. And then also the Namsan Tower is a really good tower in the Itaewon area of Seoul. And then the Namsan Tower, you can see the entire city of Seoul from up top, and it's a very entertaining ride going up and seeing all that. The Namsan Tower is good. Also, the Wubong Tower in Daegu is really good. Wubong Tower in Daegu is really good. Similar things. And and also, if you go to a South Korean baseball game, it's like going to an American football game here. They have cheerleaders there. The music's loud, and the crowd gets into it. Even if you're not a typical baseball fan, now I am a typical baseball fan in the United States as well. But if you're not a typical baseball fan in South Korea, and in general, you will love baseball in South Korea. I mean, it is an experience like no other. The crowd's into it, and I would highly advise to watch some YouTube videos on some South Korean basketball games, and you'll see how well the crowd gets into it and how much high electric energy there is, and just all around good time. Particularly for tourists, the people there are very friendly. The people there usually speak pretty good English, and so if you're lost, you can get back to where you need to be. Usually people are very helpful with directions. They're very friendly, and they're not going to let a tourist usually have a bad experience there, because they want to encourage foreign tourists to come, because Japanese tourists, as of right now, like tourists from Japan are vital to their economy, and tourists from China were, but now since that has happened, tourists from Hong Kong, as well as tourists from Taiwan have started coming to South Korea more since the mainland China boycott. And when you go to Seoul, also the Itaewon area is a good area for foreigners to go to. You won't get too many Mexican places in South Korea, but they have a place in Itaewon called Vatos Tacos, and those are some of the best tacos you'll have, and they are really excellent tacos, and that's a very popular place for foreigners to go, and it's a really all-around good experience. Also, in Daejeon, South Korea, they have a cemetery that's dedicated to Korean soldiers. Most of the artifacts in the museum are bilingual, but the graves where you go visit the South Korean soldiers is a very moving experience, and it's a very humbling experience as well. And when you go to Gwangju, South Korea, Gwangju has a baseball team, the Kia Tigers, and Kia Tigers games are really fun to go to. But the main thing in Gwangju, that you have the 518 Memorial Park, which dedicates a section to the people who died in the Gwangju Massacre or the 518 Uprising. But then they have a 518 Memorial Cemetery in Gwangju, and I actually personally know the English speaking tour guide there, a guy named M. Gil Tak, and he is a really good tour guide, and he has very accurate knowledge of the 518 uprising, and the 518 Memorial Cemetery is very well maintained. The landscaping is beautiful, particularly in the summer times. Waterfalls are very prevalent in that area, and the waterfalls make the area more beautiful, and it's already beautiful as it is, and the way the museum's set up, you really experience what the 518 uprising is like. So anyways, I don't think you'd be disappointed if you visited South Korea and became a tourist there and visited there for 2 weeks. That's my personal opinion. Anyways, hope everyone's doing well. Take care. God bless them. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.